Levy here is with Mr. Wayne Perry, the head coach of the women's volleyball team, the very successful women's volleyball team, and he has granted us an interview. So, thank you, Mr. Wayne Perry. Okay, to start off, when you first started the program, did you anticipate being here for 26 years?
Didn't even think about it. I was figuring, just let's get this started, let's give it a try. It was my first coaching job, and I figured, let's see what happens. And I guess I got hooked right away, and one thing led to another, and it just kept going.
How has women's college volleyball changed over the past years you've been at LVC?
Ooh, athletic, without a doubt, without a doubt. The kids we're getting in now, I mean, they are just so athletic. They do so many things well. They can multitask on the court. I can mix and match players as I want. As a matter of fact, right now we have no starting lineup. We just can move players in and out, different positions. They all know the footwork. They all know the responsibilities. So that's a good feeling. That's a very big step for our program over the years.
How would you say your style, your coaching style, has changed over the years?
Well, my style has changed with the change in players. We've had such good success. We've been attracting very good players, very versatile players. So, like I said, right now I can mix and match. Back, 15 years ago, we couldn't do that. We had, had players that could only do one or two things. Right now, it's changed to the point where we can mix and match. And there's a lot of power in that. We have a lot of options. If something goes wrong, I can just change it on the fly.
Okay. What does your 500th win mean to you?
I guess I'm a little old. It's hard to put in perspective. When I had completely forgotten about it the day it happened, because we were so involved in the tournament, we hadn't played well the day before. We won that match, and then I turned around and all the girls were there, smiling, had these signs like, "Oh yeah." And I immediately reflected back to the first win back in 1987, and it was just, boy, you think of how far we've come, this, not only as a volleyball team, but just as a college. I mean, LVC back then, compared to now, it's grown so much, it's so impressive. I think the word is impressive. And all that, just to be involved, and to be asked to be involved by the athletic department and the administration, that means a lot to me. So I'm proud of how far the girls got me, and I'm proud of being here.
Okay. What has been your biggest trial, a part of the LVC program in the past 26 years?
Ooh, boy. Honestly, I think for me the biggest challenge every year, if I have to cut players, I'm a very people person, and sometimes we have kids out on the floor that first week, and they're busting their butts, sweating, getting scraped up, bruising, and they're giving all they got, and I have to make a decision. The coaching staff gets together, we all decide on it, but I have to make the final word, and that is by far the worst day of the year for me, and something I got to deal with. But yeah, that's always the biggest trial. It's always the biggest trial.
How much of an emphasis do you place on academics during the volleyball season to your girls?
We start right from the beginning. Just emphasizing how important the academics are. Like I say, the whole volleyball staff has jobs off campus, and I would not be doing this volleyball if I didn't have a good job. And my college education here at the college helped me get to be where I am. And I think the girls see where I am, where Diana is, and where John is. John has his own company, and what's possible. So I think that is an inspiration for them to succeed academically is one thing. Then throughout the semester, we're always touching base. How are things going? The college is putting through a new map work system that's going to help also for freshmen. So it's an exciting time with that. And as long as we're touching base with them, the kids are pretty responsive. I think in all the years I've been doing this, I've only had one kid become ineligible, I believe. And that was a long time ago. Since then, we've been pretty good.
What do you hope every lady who comes through the program that you coach achieves here while at LVC playing for you?
Get the education. Do well over in the academics, number one. Number two, have fun. When all the other stuff goes away, volleyball, just like any other sport, is a game. It's a game. It's entertainment. And yeah, it teaches a lot of life lessons, but it's still a game, so you want to have fun at it. You don't want it to be a job. They're going to be working the rest of their lives somewhere, most likely for another person. And that's, not to do that in college is a good thing. There's a lot of things that they can be learning, and I think fun is a big part of this. But they also want to be competitive, so don't forget that.
Yeah. What characteristics, they could be academic, they could be personal, they could just be straight athletic characteristics, do you look for in a lady when you recruit them?
I think number one, just the way they flow with the game. When we go to a game, I want to see, is the kid engaged totally? Is she following the play? Does she get fooled on simple things? How are the mechanics? Those are the first things we start with. And obviously after that, once we talk to them, we want to do a little background check. We talk with their coaches. I've been around so long, I got sort of like spies everywhere, and I talk with those people to find out what the kid is like. Their coaches are a valuable source of information. And obviously from there, the academics, we'll find out more about their academically. Typically with girls, I've been finding not much problems. I've been pretty happy on that end with the kids we've been getting.
What is the current outlook for the season?
We're young and it shows. Right now, I say just even 2 nights ago when we started all freshmen and sophomores. We're making a lot of mistakes. I say sometimes they're eager mistakes, which are good, but we got to get more into the flow. So I think right now the emphasis for us is to get our transition speed faster. We need to process the information and make the reactions faster. So that's one thing we're working on. I think if we can get there, we'll be competitive. I still believe we're going to be in the race for the playoffs. We're only 1 game into it, but I think we have a good shot there getting into playoffs. I really honestly believe once this group gels a little more and becomes a little more emotionally mature, they will be good. So right now we're okay, and we can do things, but I think we'll get a lot better as soon as we get that gel factor going, and then I think we'll go a lot farther.